Welcome back to Unraveled Gaming for game number 2 in my effort to sort of evaluate the solo experience across multiple games. Um, Friday, I used a simple solo only game for the first one, and now I am using Call to Adventure. It has a solo option. I've never played the solo option for this one. I've played the game um, in multiplayer several times. I've played this version. I've played the Stormlight version. Um, Someday I'd like to play the version that has, I think it's an add-on to this one that, oh man, I can't remember the name. The Name of the Wind. The Name of the Wind version. I'd really like to try that one. I read the book, the two books by Rothfuss, and looking forward to the third eventually. But I feel like that uh, calling of elements lends itself well to this game where we're casting runes. So I'm going to, in general, assume some level of knowledge of the base game. If you have never played Call to Adventure, I'm not going to go in detail about the rules. I will just kind of go over a few things. This is the setup. I will probably flash a few things on the screen with regard to the setup. But in general, you've got your different levels of adventure, which I should not have turned these over. Actually, these should be like this, because technically we would not reveal these until I have completed the first chapter of my story on my board. Um, so I am going to go through sort of the preparation phase to some degree for my character because I kind of feel like that fits into the solo experience. For sure, that's definitely a part of this game. You probably can't see it on my black table, but I've got my experience tokens here. You start with 3 of these. I'm not sure how visible those are. I don't know which camera to try and hold it up to, but they're just little plastic diamond shaped experience tokens, and you get 1 card. In this case, I have, I'm going to make sure I am holding this up to the camera correctly. Yeah, I have the Deny the Darkness. I can gain a couple of light over here. In fact, I think, where's my, oh, here they are. I need my deal here. So this starts there, I believe. I think that's you only have 4 of these because it's only a 4-player game at most. And we've got our, let's see, we'll go ahead and pull the basic runes out. Those are going to be, got some dark runes, we've got our basic runes. I think we're set. I think we're good to go. Okay, so the adversary I randomly drew was the Dark Rider. I might have held this up to the screen earlier, but that is the Dark Rider. And we are on the solo mode, so if the adversary has 5, he wins. And this Dark Rider, when attempting this challenge, you may spend a experience to gain +1. So I haven't played solo, so there's probably some things that I don't quite know, but I know when he gains 5, he wins. So the Rise of the Adversary is the general sort of adversary card. So whenever I fail a challenge, the adversary gets experience. Whenever my result includes this symbol, if I get that symbol, the adversary will play one of his cards. And if any player ends the game with less than 30 destiny, the adversary gains 2 experience. So, yeah, that is, oh, okay, so when attempting this challenge, so when I'm trying to defeat the adversary, I can spend experience to gain to gain a +1 on whatever I'm rolling. So this adversary gets +2 whenever I spend experience or more to cast a dark rune. The adversary gains experience, so I want to be a little bit careful spending dark runes on this game. Whenever you gain this symbol, this one here, then I will take 1 experience from the adversary. So I kind of want to go after that symbol. That's going to be helpful, I think, to me. Yeah. So again, we're measuring the solo experience. We're seeing each game we do, we're kind of seeing, I'm going to play 3 games. I'm going to try to record them all as best I can. The goal is to see, we're measuring setup and say takedown. So how hard is the setup? How hard is the takedown? I probably I'll try to include a couple of clips of the setup I did with this one. This one's not hard. I wouldn't even include picking out these first cards as part of setup because it's kind of part of the game more than it is setup and a little bit more of the strategy and thinking. We'll see how reset goes. I haven't done a reset for a second game on this, but we'll see. I'm guessing this is going to be at least a 4 or 5 when it comes to that, which is on the good end. Doesn't take too long. And then I'm measuring the challenge of the game. When you think about the puzzling through how to try and attain victory, is it a kind of a nice puzzly experience? How much of it feels like, there's a lot of luck factors I can't control in there? If those luck factors kind of fit into the normative gameplay, something like a Robinson Crusoe where it's like, okay, bad luck on the island sort of fits into the theme of the game, that makes sense. But not all games. Some games the luck is just luck. It doesn't really necessarily match up with the theme, and so I would probably count that against the experience more than for it. And then just the overall and the challenge, the kind of the gameplay itself. The gameplay itself, is it a fun experience? And then the overall, I think I decided to stick in an overall score, or maybe the overall is really just me averaging those 3 things. It's really just taking those 3 things, putting them together, and kind of coming up with an average. It's not mathematical average. I'm not doing like points and decimals too much. It's just sort of overall. I might go up or down depending on my feel for the game. So yeah, there is our starting point. So with this game, I like to look at the end. So this is I forget what you call it. I've got my rule book here turned to the solo phase in case I need it. Destiny. So we got origin, motivation, and destiny. So my 2 destiny cards are the Hero of Destiny, in which case at the end of the game I have to have all of these symbols and I gain 9, which is a lot of points, but that's hard to go after. I don't know how hard that would be. And at the end of the game, I will gain 1 for each of these type of runes. I don't remember which runes stand for which abilities, but the V-looking rune and the M-looking rune. I know that M is magic. I think that's power or physical fighting. And then 1 for each of the anti-hero cards I have. So I tend not to go after anti-hero cards quite as much. I'm going to say I don't know, Destiny wise, what's going to be easiest. So I'm going to look at my, not my origin, but my journey card here. So the first time I journey, each turn I don't have to pay a experience, which is kind of nice because whenever I spend experience to cast dark runes, he gains experience. So being able to journey without experiencing the first time is kind of nice. Once per turn, I may spend an experience to gain that particular rune. The mountain rune, if you can't see it on the card, it's this rune here. Hopefully I'm holding that up correctly. I can go that way as well. Oh man. So I have to spend experience. This lets me save experience. And at the end, when I'm fighting the enemy, I can spend experience to gain an advantage on the enemy. So I think the Lone Wanderer is going to be the better choice. It's a tough choice because this gives me an extra rune, which I like, but it's not the rune he likes me to go for. So we're gonna put the Lone Wanderer out, and then let's see what we can start the game with. So we have the Sailor once per turn. When I fail a sword or a wand challenge, or I think that's Wisdom challenge, I can pay 2 experience to try again. But when I fail a challenge, he gains experience. So I'm not sure that's what I'm going to go. Whenever I fail that challenge or magic challenge, I gain an extra 2 experience. So that would let me keep pace with the adversary a little bit when I fail those challenges. And I am going to be going after at least one type of that challenge because of the adversary. Whenever I gain runes for that, I get to take one from the adversary, which is fantastic. So the question is going to be, what do I want to go after here? Man, none of these are particularly awesome. I think I'm going to go take a long shot and go after the Hero of Destiny. I'm going to go for see if I can get every rune by the end of the game. That's what I'm going to go for. And we'll see if that plays out or if that ends up being a horrible idea. But we'll go for there. So, starting the game out, I need to... Now, he doesn't have any experience to steal from for right now. So, it's only when I fail he gets experience. Yeah, that's it. I don't think he starts with any experience. Yep. All right. And so he gets to play a card whenever I draw that kind of card. So I probably don't want to go after that particular kind of rune I was looking at before just yet. I could find a lost child, or I could climb to safety. That would give me another one of these cards. Not bad. You may not gain this if you have any dark. So I could get a symbol and that. And the symbols add up. Like each like symbol, I think. I don't think it's sets. I think you want the same symbol repeatedly to score points at the end of the game. Yeah, sets of 4 symbols will give you 8 points per symbol. I don't think... yeah, there's nothing for having different kinds of symbols. You want the same symbol multiple times. So that could factor in, and I don't have any matching symbols here right now. So I'm not really concerned about the symbols. I do have to get 4 for those. Now this is just a trait, which I could just get that for free, and I'd have that symbol. And then I have that particular icon, should I want it. It's not a bad idea while I'm ahead of the game. It's not going to help me with that, but nothing here helps me with that in particular. Now, if I go after this magic and I don't get it, then that will benefit me a little bit. If I fail, I'll get some experience. He would get some experience, which means I could then take some experience from him by going after one of these other challenges later. So it may not hurt me. to get a little bit of experience. Man. So right now, I only have these 2 runes. I do get to cast a magic rune if I go after that, so there's some advantage to that. So I think I'm going to cast a magic rune. And the question is, do I want to go for more? I kind of don't care. If I win it, it's great, and if I don't, I still get something that is very useful. Both the enemy does that I could use later, and I'll get one. So I'm going to go after winning a foe's loyalty. That's my deal. And you can't see the runes. You know, I wonder. Let me see if I can get Trey here. Yeah. There we go. We're gonna get a tray so I can cast these, and we got. I believe this counts as 2, right? It's 2 successes. That is not a success. I can draw a hero or anti-hero, and he will draw a card. So that's a total of 2. I needed 4. So I have failed. Now, you always get an experience when you fail, and when I fail these types of challenges, I get 2 extra experience. So it's going to give me 3 experience, which is nice. This is going to go away. I don't get to challenge it again, so sadly, that's not going to happen. It's going to be discarded. I'll put this card over here, and he's going to get to draw a card. So play this as another hero is attempting a challenge. Choose 1 rune of a type you possess and remove it from their attempt. Well, I didn't have any of those runes, so actually that would just not do anything for me. Let me make sure. And your result includes that. So I also get a hero or anti-hero card. I'm going to go for a hero card. And he gets an experience because I failed a challenge. And then we go on to the next turn. Okay. All right. Now the question is, I really don't have the option I want. There is that, and that's 4. Let's see, let me put this one back. And I don't have any dark runes. I can get this for free. I'm going to go ahead and get this one for free. Spiritual. It's just gaining a trait. I don't have to roll anything for it. So now I have that rune. My goal at the end is to have all of these runes. So that gives me that option, which is nice. And that's an ally. So that's going to add +1. That's another ally. So I'm going to put these on some of these. Allies and adversaries go under current deals, but there are no adversaries, so. And enlist the king's army or defend your homestead. Wow. Okay. I think my first journey each turn, I don't have to pay a experience. So I'm going to use that ability, and I am not going to pay an experience. And I have a lot of these symbols out here I really don't care for or need. I certainly don't need this symbol anymore, so let's change this one out, and we'll put this one down and see if that's any better. Well, not that much. So if I want to journey again, I have to pay one of those. Um, Man, I gotta get 5 on that one. Don't have any of the symbols I need, which would be helpful. I kind of need dark runes, honestly. I think I'm gonna have to, because I'm gonna have to beat one of these. This one gives me one symbol that I kind of want. At least it will help me with points, and it would give me another symbol I don't have. So I think I'm going to go for the ally First Love. And I don't have any bonus runes I can cast. So I'm going to go ahead and pay 3 experience to cast 3 dark runes and go after First Love here and see what we can do. Let's see, each dark rune is 1 success or 2 successes and move down on the track. So dark runes are very good. Alright, so we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do have to move down on a track. So we definitely defeated it. We needed 5. We got 7. It also gives me an ally. So we planned for the city's defenses. And this ally will either give me, let's see, that's going to give me that rune. And I cast dark runes, so whenever you spend 1 experience or more to cast dark rune, the adversary gains 1, so he gets an experience for my dark rune. And I can sacrifice this ally to gain a dark rune and 2 experience. Wow, that's kind of nice. I'll take that. So I'm going to put my dark runes back over here, and we're going to put this out. So I only need 1 more card. Ooh, an apprentice. This is not supposed to be in here. That is I don't think that is a correct card. That's a starting card. I must have not shuffled it in, so there we go. Put that off to the side. Alright, so we can uncover Hidden Lure, or we can learn Dark Secrets. I really want more star symbols. Now, because if I ever use this ally, I don't get the symbols, and so it won't count for me toward the end of the game. So I really don't want to get rid of that, because I only need a few more of those stars. Now, if I resist temptation, that's pretty helpful. Probably going to have to throw dark runes to get it. But it would give me a star, which would be fantastic. Although uncovering Hidden Lure, that would let me take 1 from him, and that would take 4. And I do have that symbol, so I could at least throw this rune. And I think I will even pay an experience for a dark rune. And I'm going to go for this 4, Uncover Hidden Lure, because I think that will benefit me. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I did throw a dark rune, which means he gets an experience, but because whenever I gain 1 of these symbols, I get to take 1 from the adversary. And so this is going to go under there. And that didn't give me a new symbol I needed per se, but I do get to take an experience from the adversary, which is fantastic. Now, I can't go after level 1s anymore, Um, I have to go after level 2s because I've completed my level 1. So pretty short as far as that goes. So I need to go here. And now we have an ally. So I'm going to put the ally under, let's see, is it a symbol I want? It's not a symbol I want. Yeah, I'm going to put it under here because I don't necessarily need that one either. So we'll just do that and then put rags to riches. Okay, if you lost a challenge this turn, you can spend 1 to gain this. I didn't lose a challenge this turn. That gives us 2 cards. And add an extra that. That's your attempt. So what do we want to go after? I could take another experience from him. Let's see. What symbols are we lacking? We need a sword, and we need the V symbol, and we will have met this goal here. So we definitely need to go after those. No V symbols. We could resist arrest. Catch a criminal, or I have to get 5 for that. But I get to throw 2 runes and steal 1 of his experience. Watch over the city, or we could learn Forgotten Lure or unlock a secret vault. I started as a beggar, so I kind of like unlocking a secret vault. That sounds pretty fun. So let me. If I unlock the secret vault, I get 2 of these. And I get to throw these runes, so high probability there. Do I want to give him experience throwing runes? I get experience if I fail this challenge, so I'm going to go ahead and try to unlock the secret vault and see what we do here. Let's see. Alright. Okay. Well, the adversary gets to draw a card. So he gets to play one of those. Play this. As another hero is attempting a challenge, which I'm doing down, they must choose another challenge or trait instead. Well, that is terrible. So I have to choose a different challenge. I can't choose that one. Stink. Because I had enough to do it too. Well, you know what? We'll go after catching a criminal. Might as well. And let's see. We'll try to catch a criminal. We have to get 5. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4. And that. So he gets to play another card. If any hero failed to challenge this turn, gain. Oh, you know what I would have done? I forgot to do this ahead of time. I'm going to cheat a little bit. I meant to play that so that I could add at least 1 rune to my thing. I'm going to cast it, and I got 1, which would have given me 5. Your results include, so he drew a card. Give this adversary. Okay, I didn't spend dark runes. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a win. I do get to draw another card, and that's gonna give me experience if I need it. So I'm going to say I got this one and call a criminal, And since I obtained another one of those runes, that is going to let me steal one of his experience. And that's that. So we'll draw another one of those. I still need, well, I need that symbol. So I probably will delve into the darkness and try to go for that. So let's see. I don't have any cards to help me, but delving into the darkness makes sense. So I need 4 I could use. Don't have any of those. I've taken enough of his experience that I think I really want to get it. I don't want to fail this. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 dark runes and give him an experience. And we're going to throw all of this because I don't have any other runes I can use, and I really need to get this one for my final deal. We got 2, 3, 4, 5. I needed 4. I got it. I did get a dark rune, which means I'm down here and can't use hero cards. But I'm going to play this hero card so I can move up 2, back up to there. We have Delve into the Darkness. Sorry, I'm not showing all these cards. Hopefully you can kind of see them a little bit on the side here. I am hoping to have a more of an over-the-shoulder camera in a couple of weeks to help with the videos, make them a little better, but I'm not there yet. So, all right, so we're going to pull that out. We're going to pull that out. We got our dark runes. We gave him an experience for using dark runes. We defeated the challenge, and we only need the sword icon. That one will take 6 to defeat. Ooh. Oh, man. That is awfully... Man, I don't know. If I go after it now, while it's a little easier, I could get it. It does give me a couple of victory points, which is nice. Resisting arrest, delving into darks, catching criminals. So there's a lot of reasons why that's part of the story makes sense. Plus, I get a sidekick. And I can spend that or sacrifice this ally to get plus that till end turn. Gives me another one of those. Doesn't really help. Well, I have one of those symbols there. So there's some decent points in that. But 6, man, I got a 6 to do that. I think we'll go for it. I'm going to go for that 6. I don't have any of those runes, so... If we're going after resist arrest, I really am just going to have to pay him... Oh, I only have 1. Actually, I might not be able to do that. You know what? I'm going to do my free journey this turn. This one could be useful. I am going to get rid of... No. That one is what it is. I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of that, and we're going to journey, do a free journey. Does not help me too much. I could solve a mystery or conceal my crime. I need 5 for that. I need 5 for that, 6 for that, 4 for that. or 4 for the bottom. The magic is at least helps me if I fail. So I probably should go after the magic one. And I do get at least 1 rune to add in there. So the question is, do I add a dark rune or no? I think I'm not going to add a dark rune. I don't want to give him experience and fail the challenge. Puts him a little too close to stuff. So we're going to go for Survive a Harsh Journey. And we got 3. And we needed 4. So that would be a fail. That would be a fail. Okay. Well, that stinks. So this is going to go away. We did not pass that. And I did fail a challenge, so I'm going to get 2, and he's going to get 1. But that's that. Man. I might need to steal one of his. It takes 5 to defeat that, but I get 3. Huh. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going to go for Unlock a Secret Vault, because I can throw all 3 of these in addition to this, and I have pretty good odds to get 4. So I'm going to go after that 4. If I happen to do it without using dark runes and get +2 over, I can gain more experience, so we're going to do that. And if I get it, I steal one of his. So I got, all I do is draw an anti-hero card for that one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I needed 5. That has to be played before an attempt. Dang it. Oh. What is this one? White triangle, diamond. I forget that each of these is kind of like a different type of experience. I have to double check that. Be nice to add like a little player aid card for this. So I'm going to put this down here real quick and see if I can find. I thought there was like a, oh, okay, here we go. So this particular one, add 2 to a dexterity challenge, or add 0. Ah, I could add 2, or so I have my choice, either getting the card or the 2. Okay, 2, 3, 4. So okay, that I'm gonna definitely take the 2 for the dexterity challenge, because that's way better for me. So that gives me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. I needed 5. I didn't do this, but I did do it without dark runes. But I will get this. So the princess is an ally now, and at the end of the game, if an adversary is undefeated, I can sacrifice this ally. Well, I have to sacrifice it if an adversary is undefeated. And I got one of these, so I get to steal one of his experience. Yay. And that completes my second deal here. And gives me an anti-hero card. During a challenge, you're attempting to choose 1 rune and flip it over. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Okay. So we can't do level 2s anymore. That is done. Actually, I might as well pick these up, because since I can't do them anymore, we're on level 3. And let me check my time. I'm good, I think. Let's see. Oh, I gotta check something real quick. Yep, I'm good. All right. Um, Alrighty. Okay. What am I doing? Level 3. I got Succumb to Dark Magic. Defeat a witch. I could take that. Arcane. I still need a sword. So if I shatter the sword, that will give me a sword. If you have that, or if you have played 3. Oh, you know what I forgot? Is that when I play these, I'm supposed to leave them off to the side. Because technically they only give me points if they are played. Shoot, I could gain that arcane one for free because I have both of those symbols. I haven't played 3 cards, but I have done that, and that will give me some more points, which is nice. Huh. I really want that sword, though. And that's only going to give me that one symbol and 3 points. So it's not really helping me a ton toward my end-game goal here. So I think going after this Shatter the Sword, I'm trying to think if there's anything that's going to really benefit me more than going after that. I'm just at a disadvantage to some degree because of not having that, and I wouldn't be able to then play this, but that I can play. So I think I am going to use 3 of my experience, which one of them is going to go to my adversary so that I can cast these runes. I don't have any of the... I don't have any swords, so I can't cast a sword rune. I just need to get a sword. So I'm going to cast all my dark runes here. Ooh. We're going to... And... let's see. 2, 4, 6. What did I need? I needed 6. Dang. Dang. Okay, so he's going to play a card. If any hero failed to challenge this turn, gain an experience. But I passed the challenge. I just have to go way down here. I needed 6, so I can't flip a rune. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I can do this. I think this is beneficial because I believe that's a, yeah. So I could do, no, it wouldn't have made a difference. I should just live with it. I was thinking I could flip this room, but I might as well not. I'll take the 6. 1, 2, 3. So I'm kind of stuck on as that goes. But I did get this sword icon, which is going to give me some points, quite a few at the end of the game. I'll take it. And I just moved down crazy low in the darkness there. So I'm not going to be casting any hero things. So now we got to decide, what do we want to do? Rescue Lost Love. So really now it's kind of going after symbols. I have 2 crowns. I have 2 stars. Man, I could go after a crown, try to get 8. But I only get 1 extra die on that, 1 extra rune on that one. Only 1. So I really want to go after stuff to where I have more strength. I only get 1 extra rune on that. Arcane. Well, I think this makes sense to take because I can. I have the requisite things I need to take it. So I will be Arcane. And that will bring out Disarm Deadly Traps, which that would help me to take one of his experiences away, which could be good. And he is kind of weak to that, really. That's a deal that helps me. and gives me 3 experience. Would not give me new symbols, but 6. 6. I think I'm going to go after that. I can get these and roll this. I'm going to go after Disarm Deadly Traps. And it's in the Crypt of Horrors, which kind of matches the Dark Rider. Makes sense. And let's see. I am going to... Let's see, that could be 2, 4, 5, 6. I needed 6. I'm gonna go ahead and bend the rules so I can flip this so he doesn't get one. Which means I still need to use this as a 2, which is fine. Okay. So yeah, that means I pass it. That means I get this. That means I steal 1 experience from him. And now I can... Oh, actually, you know what? I did that wrong. I don't steal experience from him. That was my fault. I'm actually supposed to fight him now, and I need 8 to beat him. So that makes it a little bit more challenging. Excuse me. It might mean I'm gonna want this. You know, I'm gonna go with the all or nothing route here, and I'm gonna get a dark rune. Because I think that's just enough, because I gotta use those runes anyway. I can't play a light rune. That one's off the table. I'm getting 0 points for that. Ooh, let's see. Let's see what we got. Alright. So, I go down. Can't cast Dark Runes anymore. Negative 4 points at the end of the game. That kind of is a bummer. Let's see. I got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in theory, I could draw a hero or anti-hero card. Because I am going to defeat him. Didn't include that. Doesn't play that. I get to take 1 from him because he is this type of card. So that does defeat him, and I will draw an anti-hero card, I think, just to see maybe I get something that gives me a point. If I choose a Dark Path this turn, I gain 1, add 1 to my attempt, and if I choose a Light Path, I gain a Sun. That's not going to help me. Okay. Well, that is interesting. So, let's see. Basically, if I don't get 30 points, he wins. That's the deal. So I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use the back of the score sheet here. So for every light symbol, I get a point. So we've got 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, we don't count these. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, minus 3, or minus 4, is 14. So we'll get 14. And then every dark symbol, 3, none, 4. We get 4 points for that. Every experience, we have 1. I I already counted the cards, so I'm not going to get extra for them. Um, so now we have to do story icons, and let me double check the story icons. So 2 of them will give me 2, 3 gives me 4, 4 gives me 8. Let's see, stars. I have 2 stars, so that's 2 points. I have 2 crowns, so that makes 4 points. I have 2 pillars, so that makes 6 points. 1 scale gives me nothing. That's it. That's it. Okay. So 6 points plus I did get my 9 for that, so that would actually be up here in the light, which would give me 23. So this is pretty close. So we got 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 22, 34. 34. So we won the adversary. That is fantastic. I wasn't 100% sure. It was a pretty close game. I'm not honestly sure how well I played. I don't play this game a ton, but it is fun, and it does have a unique storytelling aspect. So, for the sake of argument, I just finished a solo game. Let's see what setup entails as far as a reset. Let's see what reset entails for the sake of resetting for a new game. So, first of all, I know that in another game I am going to get 3 experience to start the game off with, and we're going to be shuffling these, and then I'm going to draw one that's going to be my card. Okay? So we have, let's see, these came from that deck and that deck. I'm going to shuffle all of these again and put them in the appropriate categories. That's going to be that's our starting card. And so one thing I like to do with a game like this, where there's like some variability as far as what you could draw, is I like to take out the cards that that would be otherwise the same. So I am not even going to include this adversary in there. I am not going to include the cards that were my starting cards to begin with in there. So I'll take that out. And it's mainly so that I don't draw the exact same thing again and end up with the same deal, which is a pretty seems like a pretty good way to do it. If you want variability in the game, which I typically do, I don't want to fight the same adversary. I want a different challenge. I do kind of want it to be a random challenge. So that's going to make it a little bit more interesting. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to shuffle these in there and that in there. Probably should redraw another card. That's his experience. Okay. So that's not bad for a reset. I mean, I realize we're not fully reset yet, but there's my card. These are the adversaries, so I'm going to grab those. And here's our adversary. It's going to be the sorceress. So while this challenge is undefeated, once per turn, any player may pay 1 experience to draw an anti-hero card. Well, that's kind of cool. Let's see. Madness of the Sorceress is the card that is her sort of adversary quest. And we'll put that over here. These are the cards that are out. So other pillar challenges get +1 whenever you gain a anti-hero card. The adversary gains a experience. Ooh, that's interesting. Huh. Once per turn, you can discard 2 hero cards to take an experience from the adversary. So gaining hero cards could be pretty beneficial this round. Are my things here? Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2. That's our Destiny card. This is our Journey card. These are our Origin cards to choose from. And then I will pop these back in there. So next round, I could end up with similar stuff possibly. But for the sake of, if I wanted to keep it 100% different for several games in a row, it would not be hard to do that. I could do that. And then we will shuffle each of these and lay out the 4 cards. And there's 1, 2, actually, and technically, I did this last time too. 2, 3, 4. And then shuffle this one. One, 2, 3, 4. And we'll shuffle the starting ones. I suppose one thing you could do to even increase the variability further is to take out any of the cards you used at all the first round so that the second round is completely new. But I feel like that could mess something up, so I'm not going to do it that way. No, I won't go that far. So there we go. We are set up. This adversary is going to take 8 points to defeat. Pretty challenging adversary. Again, if I fail a challenge, adversary is going to gain a experience. This one, if she gets 6, I lose. If I ever get a anti-hero card, she gets an experience. So I really don't want to give her anti-hero cards, largely. I want to be very mindful of that. And we'll do the setup for the next game when I get to recording that. But for now, thank you for joining me for the first game of Call to Adventure. I will be sure to post my how I've scaled it after 1. I probably will. I might adjust the scale from 1 game to the next depending on how I felt about it. It could change. Part of the experience is how much fun is this to play from 1 game to the next? How different is it from 1 game to the next, from 1 adversary to the next? Does it change the puzzliness too much or too little? We'll see. Post comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you've never played this game, how did it look? If you do play this game and you've soloed it several times, I'd love to hear what you think about the Call to Adventure. So thanks and have a great afternoon from Unraveled Gaming.